My name is Charlotte Nickel, and I'm an adult leader with Troop 179, and I'm working with the Wreath Committee. And today we want to create a video that shows you how to assemble the wreaths that you've ordered. You've turned your wreath orders in, and now comes distribution day, which is always the Saturday before Thanksgiving. When you arrive at the church parking lot to pick up your wreaths, you'll receive two things. You'll receive a box which will contain the bows and the cones to decorate the wreaths, and then you'll receive the greenery that you've ordered. Always keep in mind that different size wreaths take different size and different kinds of cones and different bows. On the website, there's a sheet that you can go to if you need help remembering, that tells what wreath receives what cones and what bows. Alright, now that you've picked up all your bows and your cones and your wreaths from the church, what do you do now? My recommendation is that you find a place that you can make a mess, like a basement or a garage, because you're going to get pine needles and glitter everywhere. Depending on what you've ordered, you'll receive different size wreaths, different numbers and kinds of cones, and different size bows. The majority of the wreaths that are usually ordered are 12-inch. They will not have any markings on them. Anything above the 12-inchers will have a tag similar to this that will have a number on it that'll tell you the size of the wreath. So keep that in mind as you're going along. The cones come in, again, for the 12-inchers, which is most of what you'll have. You'll be using these small pine cones that are on the spikes. Okay? And each 12-incher gets 3 of these. You'll find those in your box. The larger wreath either get white. These are the white ones for the 18-inch wreaths only. And then all the rest of them get these glitter or frosted pine cones. Now these don't have a spike in them. So what you have to do is you have to use a florist wire, and you stick it in and go around the base of the pine cone, leaving yourself as much as you can, because this is how you're going to attach the pine cone to the wreath. And you do each one of these individually, and then you can come put them on the wreath. Now the bows, the majority again for the 12-inch wreaths are these small bows. These are also used on the 18-inch wreaths. Anything larger than an 18-inch will have a number written lightly on the back, and that will tell you the size of the wreath that goes with the bow. So, before you begin, it's good to know how you would like to place the pine cones on the wreath. Keep in mind that from an aesthetic standpoint, it's probably better to have them grouped together in 2s or 3s rather than one spread out all around the way. And where you put your bow depends on you or your customer. I think most people start out putting them at the bottom. So I'm going to decorate this one as if it's a 12-inch with the 3 spiked pine cones and the small bow. And what I like to do is take 2 of the pine cones and put them together. And with these, you just push them in wherever you want them, but you have to secure them. So this is where you need the pliers. I like needle nose pliers, and you take and find your spike at the end in the back, and you just turn it, bend it so that it curves around something in the back to secure it, and try to make it so that you bury the end so that it doesn't scratch something, you or the door or whatever. So I've got that one in, and now I'm going to put one over here to balance it. And attach that. So I have my pine cones on. Now the bows, they have just the florist wire. And this, you can go around the wreath and hook it in the back if it's small enough. Some of the larger wreaths you can't do it with. And twist it, and again bury the ends. And straighten it all up, and there you go. Now I have the wires on, these are the white pine cones for the 18-inch. You've attached the wire, and these can be a little trickier because they're not super strong, but put them through and then find something in the back to wind it around. These you really don't need the pliers on because they're not really super strong. And then put another one. And again, bend it around in the back to secure it. And then you can straighten it however you like. The 18-inch one gets 3 of these. So I'm doing it like I did the 12-inch one with the 3 smaller pine cones. Okay. So again, I have my pine cones, and this is 18, so it gets the same bow as the 12. And again, I'll attach this. Any adjustments? Now it's ready to be delivered. My last piece of advice is to not procrastinate. Decorate or assemble your wreaths and get them delivered. Most of your customers like to decorate right after Thanksgiving. So if you get them to them early, they'll be happier and more likely to order from you next year. And your parents won't bug you either.